There have been fast-moving development in the Middle East, but we're here to talk about three things that happened while you were sleeping. First, we're going to talk about the Kharg Island, which belongs to Iran, but it was bombarded by American heavy bombers last night. Then, we're going to talk about Putin's proposal to end the war with Iran that was rejected by Donald Trump. We'll also talk about the Houthis in Yemen. They've released a statement that they've decided to join the war on Iranian side. Now, let's read briefly a tweet by Donald Trump with regards to the Kharg Island. He says, I'm going to read now. Moments ago, at my direction, the United States Central Command executed one of the most powerful bombing raids in history of the Middle East and totally obliterated every military target in Iran crown jewel, the Kharg Island. Okay, I'm not going to read everything, but now let's talk about this Kharg Island. Why is it important? Why is it considered a crown jewel of uh, Iran? This Kharg Island is a small island located on the south coast of Iran. It's about 6 to 30 kilometers from Iran mainland. It is a primary export for Iranian crude oil. It is considered to handle 90% of Iranian crude export. Okay, let me read this document for you now. It says, this is a major escalation for oil market. Here is why. Is explaining. I'm reading now. Kharg Island has been described as the crown jewel of Iran oil industry. It is vital tiny island in the northern Persian Gulf that manages 90% of crude oil exports. That's Iranian crude oil export. I'm reading now. Kharg Island alone handles 2% of global oil supply. Global oil supply. In the lead up to the war, Iran was exporting as much as 3 million barrels of oil per day from Kharg Island. Trump said that the US military has chosen not to wipe out the oil infrastructure on the island for now. So he didn't touch the oil infrastructure. However, President Trump also said that he will reconsider this decision should Iran do anything to interfere with the free and safe passage of ships through the Strait of Hormuz. Remember, in my previous video, I said one of the terrible mistakes that Iran did, one of the terrible miscalculations that Iran did was to cross the Strait of Hormuz. Okay, now let me continue. Which Iran is clearly doing right now, that's Donald Trump. In other words, President Trump appears to be paving the path for the destruction of oil infrastructure on one of the world's important islands. Now, if Trump is to take over the Kharg Island or destroy the Kharg Island, it will be a financial blow to the Iranian regime. They will not be able to run the country without the Kharg Island. I'm not going to dwell more onto this because everything is well explained. It is also reported that Trump rejected Putin's proposal to end the war. I'm reading now a report from Actions. According to Actions, citing a named source close to the matter, US President Donald J. Trump rejected a proposal from Russian President Vladimir Putin to move Iranian enriched uranium to Russia in order to end the war. The move by the US leader took place during a call this week with his Russian counterpart. While Russia has served in this capacity in the past deals and has the capacity to store Iranian uranium, a US official told Axios that Russia proposals were repeatedly denied by the Trump administration. Russia cannot be trusted in this particular situation because Russia has been an ally to Iran. So it could be that America think that at a later stage Russia might send back the uranium to Iran, or also Russia might use the uranium. So, the enriched uranium itself to produce nuclear weapons. So, America will not allow Russia to lay its hands on this uh, enriched uranium. Now, the last story we're going to talk about is the Houthis in Yemen. Now, I'm reading now. Muhammad al-Bokati, a member of the political council of Ansar Allah movement, the Houthis, he said this: the decision was made to militarily stand by Iran, and the 0 hour will be announced at the appropriate time. So a decision has been made by the Houthis to join this war.